Okay, Marge.
All right.
Yes, good.
I am Margaret Kylars.
Kuilars.
Kylars, Margaret.
Ui. Ui. Say kuilars.
Kylars. I'm not saying that
Bit-
again
bit
because
better.
she corrects every little thing I say, even if I'm not used to it. Okay. And visiting for, my aunt Rita for the first time.
In your life.
That's right.
Yes.
Never met
I
her
was
before.
14 when you were born.
That's right.
Mhm.
You were a young girl,
Yes.
and you're still a young girl.
Oh no. I'm 80.
80.
80. 80 years young.
That's right.
Yes.
An 80-year-old person who looks very beautiful, who's very bright in her mind, and that's you.
Oh.
Yeah. And who makes me very happy to have come to see my roots and to see that I am part of this.
Oh, yes.
And so, if she's this beautiful and this bright, there's hope for me.
Mm.
This is we're sitting here in her flat. She has a summer house, and
This is my winter house. Winter palace.
yes, this is her winter house. And she painted this picture, which is
But
beautiful.
because I need something on the roof, you see, on the wall.
Yes. And all of a sudden, in no time, she painted
In 1
it.
hour.
In 1 hour, she painted
Yes.
it. I must have some talent. I have to find it yet. I hope to someday, but I used to like to do that when I was a child. This flat is very, very beautiful. There's, the what do you call your,
What?
the
Please.
dishes,
What?
the
Yeah.
dishes.
The dishes?
Yeah, the blue dishes, what are they
The
called?
blue dishes? Oh, that is from China.
Dressed in
That's,
China?
yes, it's come from China.
Uh-huh.
And it is for the family Radinga. Wat is dat verzamelen?
Yeah, the family brought it.
Yes,
Okay, it's like an antique that you.
it's
you-
antique.
Yes.
It's antique, yes.
There's beautiful pictures in this apartment of my cousins. They're so beautiful. They were only very young, 6 years old.
No, yes, 6 and 8.
And you say their names.
That is Douwe and that's Watse.
Yeah. Dawa and Watts.
Watse.
If she doesn't hit me over the head, it means I haven't pronounced it too bad. We went out. Well, actually, we arrived on the 8th. Yeah, 8th, and only there was 9 here. The 9th. We left on the 8th and we arrived on the 9th. And my biggest joy in life, I think this is one of the most important things that have ever happened in
Lovely,
my life.
lovely. And I like to have you here. And very, very nice to see you.
Thank you, thank you. When she opened the door to let me in, she almost didn't let me in.
Because I thought you had black hair. I
Yeah.
say, what's that?
And brown eyes. So she was
And
supposed.
you sent me the pictures and well, she looks like their mother. Black hair, brown eyes, and then I look and no, she isn't.
That's right. That's right. We arrived to Epa.
Epe.
Epa.
Epe.
Epa. Even though it's spelled E-P-E, it's Epa.
You know, we have a palace here, at Loo, and where 2 Englishmen came to Holland and want to see at Loo, and then they ordered 2 tickets for, and they say toodaloo, and then she said, what? Toodaloo, tra-la-la-la, and she closed the door.
And then the gist of the story is that
No
that your
tickets.
name, no tickets. You better say correctly, or I won't get anything. I want you to know that while you were gone, I fixed a little bit of lunch for Peter and for myself. Only he has a very big appetite, so he ate you at a house and home. The loaf of bread that you bought is so good, and he loves good bread. So
Yes,
he's
he told
enjoying
me,
it,
he
yeah.
told me, yes.
All right. My biggest, questions is who am I? And I can only find who I am from this side. I know who I am from the Spanish side,
Yes.
but this is my opportunity to finish off the little bit that my father, showed me of who I was, want to know some of the background, some of the, like your grandparents and your parents.
Well, I told you of my mother and father. My mother Protestant, my father Catholic,
Mhm.
and she married my father, and so her family disappeared. They didn't
Yeah,
like.
they didn't like that, so
They didn't
had
like,
them
and
all.
so we never heard more about her family.
And what
and-
was her last name?
Hala, van den Hopen.
I thought that's what it was. Van der Hoek.
It was Margaretha Johanna van den Hoven.
Yeah,
Kuilaars van den Hoven.
and I'm named after her.
Huh?
My name is after my grandmother, because
Yes, yes.
I'm Juan.
Your mother's
Juana.
Morales.
Yeah, but we don't count that.
No.
No, in our country, we don't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and we don't keep the maiden name either, my father's name either, but I kept mine.
Mm.
So my name is Juana
Yeah.
Margarita
Yeah.
Kailars.
Yeah.
That's the way we pronounced it in the States.
Yes.
Martin, for my married name.
Mhm.
Yeah. And now if I lived in Puerto Rico, then I would be Juana Margarita Coilars, they call me there,
Yes.
Coilars.
Kuilaars.
Then Martin,
Mm-hmm.
no, not Martin yet, Morales,
Yes.
Davila,
Oh, then,
then Martin,
mm.
all of those names,
Difficult.
yes, but I like the Kailars, I always kept that, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, cause the kids, when the children talked to me when I was small, they said, nya 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 nya, Margarita Coilars, Margarita Coilars, because it doesn't sound Spanish,
Yes.
you know. So I would come
Yes.
home and cry and tell my grandmother, why am I named Coilars? Why can't I be named Rodriguez?
Rodriguez.
But that was when I was small, because the children are.
Yes, mhm.
So, tell me where your mother, my grandmother, was from.
She's in the neighbor of Rotterdam.
Oh, okay. She was
And
born.
she was born in the neighbor of Rotterdam, and my father was born in Breda.
Oh, Breda.
Breda.
Okay. And then after.
And they married in Breda because he had to be a Catholic.
Okay. And they married in the Catholic Church.
Yes, of course, everything.
Yeah, everything goes that way, right? So then,
And then they went to the Netherlands East Indies. Nowadays it's Indonesia. And they went to Sumatra. You know Sumatra? It's here. The picture. And they lived here in Padang, Sawalunto, near Padang. Then first, it was in 1909 that they married, go to here. In 1910, Elizabeth Margaretha, that's Lies. And a year after, John. John is Johannes Hendrikus.
yes, I knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And well, he
He was
was
born
born in
1911.
1911. And in 1916, during the First World War, they went back to Holland by boat and via the Cape up to England, North England, and it was the last boat coming in because a lot of mines and U-boats and everything. And then they went to Limburg. My father got their new job, mining, and it was also in Sumatra, Sawalunto, the Oberlin mines, but now he was in Limburg. And after the war, in 1919, I was born. And so my brother, John, is 8 years older and my sister 9 years older. And so after the First World War, my father went to Borneo, to Kalimantan, and then we follow. We have pictures of that. Well, I must tell you something my mother told me.
Okay.
John was not yet 1 year. He was walking like that, like water, everything. And once he came in the dining room and he he was very small. Had to put the pot of hot soup. And then he was walking with the hot soup round the table. And my mother saw it and didn't do anything because
She was afraid.
she was afraid. He came round the table and put on the table again. Nothing happened. But he was always climbing, and he was. When she went to Holland on the boat, he was
Running all over the place.
yes, running over the place, and you couldn't find them.
He disappeared.
He
Yeah.
disappeared. Took so long time, and oh, what's happened? They find him back up the boat by near the lifeboats, and outside the lifeboats with his legs over the. There's not a railing.
Oh.
Just looking in the sea, and then
Daring.
they didn't call them because they were afraid that he was jumping in the
Yeah.
water. But somebody was coming down. So
And
I
grabbed
catch
him.
that was John.
I believe it because
Yes.
I have a son that's just like that. It sounds like you're talking about my child.
Yes. Oh. That's
Which
the
one?
blood.
Anthony.
Oh,
Anthony, I lost him
Oh.
when he was little like that. And I
Yes.
looked up, he had climbed on the side of the house
Yeah.
looking for a lizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's he's doing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know a lot about Limburg because I was born there. I was just born, and I went to the Indies too, to the
Yeah,
Netherlands
so they
Indies.
went back. What kind of work in the mines did my grandfather do?
Planning.
Oh, okay.
Just
He was an
planning.
administration type.
No, not
No?
administration. He was half administration, just to plan what they had to do.
I see.
And
And was he working for someone?
yes, for the OBM, the East Borneo Maatschappij company.
Company.
East
Okay.
Borneo company.
Uh-huh. He was a very important man.
Oh, normal.
No,
Normal.
No,
Normal man.
normal is walking the streets and,
Oh,
and,
no.
and
Oh, that's not normal, no.
no, that's, I know. I know that when I told you that my father had told me that we were knighted and that he had inherited a title from generation to generation. He was, the first one in 16 something was a baron, and then they
No,
were a baron.
Don't believe that. Don't believe that.
Well,
Nonsense.
I told my children
Yes.
that that you had told me it wasn't true, and my daughter stood up and she says, I think it was true because I saw that. I said everybody has one of those. But you know what? We had we were proud to be Dutch, and
Congratulations.
and we wanted to know more about it. Now my father got very angry with me because I didn't value the crest, the family crest, as much as he wanted me to. It didn't mean to me what it meant to him because he told me he was going to paint a big one, have it painted,
Yes.
and he was going to send it to my house, and I didn't. I was not impressed, and he didn't like that. I'm impressed now. I love that. I think it's wonderful. But back then I had too much coming at me.
Yes.
So when did your sister die?
Well, in 1994,
Not too long ago.
not too long ago, she was 84.
And what did she die of?
Where? In
No,
Lo-
what did she have? Did
Oh,
she have
just-
an illness?
just-
Just age?
this age,
Yeah. Okay.
nothing.
Yeah. Okay. And your mother died of
Yes, cancer.
cancer? Cancer where?
Cancer in the stomach.
In the stomach? Intestinal cancer or stomach cancer? In the intestines?
Intestines, yes.
Yeah. Mm.
And my father too. My mother died in 1963, and he died in 61.
Mm.
So he couldn't marry again with his second wife, you see. But now I'm too far in what I like to tell you about John. I go back to Borneo, to Kalimantan. Huh?
Okay. All right.
Don't interrupt me. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have a few idea what's that I was there as a little child. I hear a lot about John, uh, what he was doing. He was always close with the Chinese people. He called them China Lolling Buntut Goring. It means China Lolling, the China had a tail is baked tail. And then they call him Jan Capella Machan. Keep it, Buntut I am. That means Jan Capella as a tiger, but his Buntut like a chicken. I was always cross with the Chinese, and then he picked some thing from house to give it the Chinese people to rent a horse, and then he came
Riding a horse.
without a saddle, without everything. He got through Samarinda. And then he had an ape, and the ape did like it. He did lots of things. He didn't make to do that. Well, then he had to go back to Holland for education, and so we went. Yes, we went to Holland by boat through Suez Canal, and a lot of troubles. But what was then happened? We were.
Excuse me, what year did he go back to Holland?
Well, I suppose he
Approximately.
was 12 or 13, and Lies was 1 year older. And they went to a family for school, and a letter at that time cost 1 month to India, and from India to Holland, and then they ride back 1 month again. There were no planes, just everything by boat. And
So it took that
well,
long.
so my mother didn't like my father too much, and she didn't like Kalimantan. So we went often to Holland, and she always take me. And so I didn't saw the school too much, you see. Wow. And then we came back, and she put them to Katwijk. That is a school, Jesuit, you call it Jesuit? Jesuit. And she was happy, and she take Lies back to India. And
So he stayed in the school?
she stayed just few months because he was singing Mother, moeder, onze kraai is dood. Hij is van een stokje gevallen en hij brak zijn linkerpoot. Moeder, onze kraai is dood. But the boys were all looking like this, and they called the Jesuit kraai. That is a bird, a black bird, is a kraai. Mother, our cry is dead. He is fallen down. He broke his linker feet. Mother, our cry is dead. This means, and then they sent him away to another.
They didn't want him
School.
there.
They didn't want him. No,
He was a brat.
Yes.
He was naughty.
And then we get a telegram. John is disappeared. Well, he went to the family in Breda, and so we go back to Holland again. And what happened then? We went in Velp. Oh yes, and then he went to the high school, the HBS. It means High Burger School, and the Red Rome's Catholic. And that we say HBS is hondenbewarerschool. It means a school for dogs.
To train dogs. dogs.
dogs. So he said, all the people there all the teachers are like dogs. They don't know anything.
Mm.
I know everything, but
He
they
said that?
doesn't.
John
Yes,
said
yes, yes. And well, he loved animals, and he got chickens, and then early in the morning he opened the
Gate.
gate for the chickens, and he talked to the neighbors, and he had nice vegetables, young vegetables.
Mhm.
He picked everything.
Vegetables.
And so, everything was something wrong.
He was
with it.
naughty.
He was very naughty. He couldn't sit still, and well.
What town was this, this high school?
Hmm?
What town was this located?
Jesuit school.
The Jesuit school, where?
Oh, that was in Katwijk. Katwijk. It's a
Katwijk?
place,
Yeah,
Katwijk.
we'll look it up in a map.
Mhm,
It's on the beach.
okay.
You had Katwijk, Noordwijk, you go more tomorrow to Noordwijk, that's Katwijk too.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, what happened then? Oh, a lot. Huh? I have
So by then he
I
was
have to
13.
remember. No, he was older then.
Oh,
He was 16.
16.
What happened? I can't remember.
I know that he told me he had sailed from Holland and went around the world. Is
Yes,
that
that's
true?
later.
Oh, he said before he met my mother.
Yes, that's true. But now I don't know what happened then. Not the moment.
Excuse me, when he was in this school, what did you do? Where did you go to
School
school?
too.
The same school?
No, not the same school. He was 8 years younger,
Yes.
so it was the small school.
Children, elementary school probably.
Yes.
In the
It
same
was
town?
first school. In the same town, yes. And
Only you were not a naughty girl, like my father was a naughty boy.
what?
Not like him.
I was like Pietje Bell.
Bell.
Pietje Bell. Pietje Bell is a naughty boy in the book, you see.
Ah.
And he everything did things. Well, I don't know about my brother. Well, my brother and sister were not nice together.
No.
I don't know why. I like my brother and my brother liked me. We have loved a lot, very much. Well, what's happened? Oh, it's happened a lot, but I can't remember.
Well, that's a lot to remember.
Mm.
That's going back many years to remember.
Oh, yeah. Well, stop it, because I have to think
Yes, stop
about
it.
it.
Stop the camera?
Stop
Yeah,
it a moment.
okay.
Sumatra. And this is in Limburg, where I was born. And it was before I was born. My mother was, you may have
Oh,
that
now I
one.
feel like, I think I look like her.
It's possible. And it was on board to the Indies. This me,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother loves me. He did everything for me,
Yeah.
washing.
Oh,
and
that
so
was
this.
nice.
And so we were in the Indies.
cute
Probably I was 6 there. And so this in the garden, we had birds here
Mm-hmm.
above. And this was in India too. And always, we hadn't a photo.
We had a crew cut in that one. His hair cut very, very short.
Always a Chinese people come. This is the house,
Whose house is that?
our house in Borneo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's community.
Oh, this is beautiful. Who's this, you?
Yes, that's me. What do you say in English, biechten? You have to tell the priest what-
Confession.
confession.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what it was, and my mother hated that he tells me what it means. And he said, well, I tell her. And he told me, you may not have some sugar out of the pot. And you don't must bite your sister. And you don't may do like this to your mother. That's good.
Oh, that's a sin.
Oh,
You know, you
yes.
can't do that.
Oh yes. Next day I have to go to him. I was kneeling and so did you and what did you wrong? Oh well, I put the sugar in my mouth, I bite my sister and I put my mother.
She did all the things she was supposed to do.
But I didn't. But I thought that I
Oh,
had
you
to
told it that in
Yes.
confession.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I used to do things like that too. Make up sins because I didn't know what to say. Not you. You never did that, right?
So,
I said, oh, I probably told 5 lies this week. You know, maybe I fought with my brother.
dat is Jan.
Oh
My
yeah.
mother, my father, Lies, and me.
Uh-huh.
And here I have twice. This is the brother of my father and his wife.
Your uncle.
This is my mother.
Mhm.
This is Jan, me, sister, and cousins.
Mhm. Look at tall, skinny Jan. Hey, his legs look just like mine.
We several times go to the East Indies and back to Holland and always by boat, and this one of the boats, the Patria. That's the menu. 25th. It's very well, that's Margaretha Johanna van den Hogen. She lived then at that time in Doorn. And so we met John, his wife Dora, and Yvonne in Doorn after the World War II.
Okay.
That was your mother, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
That one, right. Oh, that is John by the birds. He liked to have a lot of birds and chickens, and
And where was
everything went wrong, of course.
that? Where was that?
That was in Velp, near Arnhem. There's the grandmother and grandfather of Margaret, and her aunt Lies, and her father John, and the little baby, it's me. Well, this is taken before the war, World War II. It was in 1939. Yeah. They always thought it was a child of me, because she looks like me. But she is for my sister. And if she was in Doorn, and I took her on my arms, and then people say, how's possible a girl so blonde and I was black?
Mm-hmm.
How is that possible? Because she is my sister's child.
Mhm. And what was her name again?
Marijke
Marijke.
Heuf. Well, this one I was in 47. I was, I suppose I was 28. Yes, I was 28. Well, that was in Scheveningen near The Hague, Den Haag. As my mother, my big sister, and me. You know, brother?
Okay.
My sister and me in Scheveningen. Do you tell me? Do you say Scheveningen? As a witch on ice, that was me. I like skating,
And you like dressing up.
dressing up.
Okay.
Okay, do it now. Do it. Oh, okay, you were in the army?
Yes, I was coming in the army as a sergeant major, and all the boys singing, "Kiss me good night, sergeant major, sergeant major, good night." That's all.
How did you become a sergeant major so quickly?
that's another.
That's another story.
Sorry.
Okay.
Because she was.
What? I tell about this.
Mhm.
There I was near 8, 9 years old, just coming from the Indies to Holland. And it was usual to have, what is a matroos? They call no, I don't know. And this is my sister. Here she was married.
And he put this one with that one.
Yes, and there she is the artist.
Here's another one. These three can be put together. This is the
Yeah.
same person.
I'll tell you what. Okay, this is your sister.
My sister Lies, Elisabeth Johanna, she married with a medical doctor, and yes, that's all. And then she divorced. Well, it's a whole story, but she married him again.
The same
Later
one?
on, same one. But the children say, if you marry the other one, you will never see us again. And then she came back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is pretty good. See, the pictures that you have of my father.
Okay.
Well, that is brother Johannes Hendrikus Kuilaars. And that's my mother, Margaretha Johanna Kuilaars van den Hogen. That's me. And Maria Elisabeth. And that is Lies as Elisabeth Johanna
The last
Kuilaars.
Oops. Okay.
That's brother and sister, Jan and Lies. We call them in Holland. I don't know the age there. Yes, this is our house in Velp near Arnhem. My father was then in the Indies and John was on the HBS. It means hondenbewaarschool. Dogs means he didn't like to go to school because the teachers are like dogs, he said. I know nothing. But
Nothing like me.
that is in Indonesia, Borneo, Kalimantan now, and in our garden it's my sister Lies, my brother Jan, and that's the little one, that's me, Rita. Rietje called it. There I was Marietje. But now I'm Rita. This one was taken in Holland during the World War, the First World War, before I was born, and it's my mother, my sister, my brother, but I wasn't born at that moment. That's in Indonesia. Yes, it must be in 1914, I suppose, 14, 15. It's my sister, my father, my brother, my mother in Savalunto, near Padang.
You're not in it.
Sister and brother, Lies and Jan, in Savalunto, near Padang, Sumatra. Made the hats, and it was so painful since he made it from iron, you know.
Oh no.
And I got here a knot. Oh, the whole day it was painful.
Now, which one is you?
With this one, the big one.
The big one, and
That
that's,
was just a friend.
I see. You're a bridesmaid for your sister.
Yes.
Oh, this is the year I was born.
That's it.
Okay. Yes.
You like this one? I have double.
Oh, great.
Tell me who this
No,
is.
I like to take.
This
to
is my
see.
Aunt Lisa, and she was
She was nurse.
Yeah, she was a nurse,
Nurse.
and that picture was taken in 1933, the year I was born, and she was 8. How old was she in that picture in 1933?
Oh, she is from 1910.
So she was 23 years old when that picture was taken.
It's possible.
When my father went to visit me in Hawaii, I was 28, and I had just had Anthony. He was 2 months old. That's the day that my father was leaving Hawaii. That's Bill, myself, Billy, Andy, Mike, and Anthony. This is a picture of my dad and myself. When he came to visit in Hawaii, I felt like I was a princess. He bought me all those clothes, and he bought himself a lei and a shirt, and he bought Yvonne a dress just like mine. We went back to the airport to take the picture.
But this her.
Okay, this is my Aunt Lise and her husband. He was a doctor. What was his name?
Hoof.
Hoof. Okay. All right.
That's when she was getting married, right?
Mm-hmm. This one is my father. I don't know how old he was then. I think younger than 53, because it was taken before he came to visit me in Hawaii. Okay. This one. Is that what you did?
At the table there.
Okay. That's Duke Kahanamoku's restaurant in Hawaii where my father took me and I couldn't eat. But he could eat. And we had a good time. And this, you're going to move it? That's all right. Okay, this is my father when he was quite young. My aunt says he probably was in Aruba at the time. I don't think so. I think he was in New York when he first arrived. This is my father and his older sister. They're 1 year apart. Her name is Lise, and that's who I think I look a little bit like.
This is the home of Dawa. That's Marge's cousin and Rita's son. This is the way around the house, through the garden, to the back.
I never saw that picture before. Some more pictures. Yvonne's son wrote me a letter and says, by your letter I can tell you don't know that my mother died 5 years ago. He probably will. It took me a month to write him back, so he probably write him.
Hello. What's your name?
Fijke.
Fika?
Fijke.
Yeah.
Don't expect me to write
This is
back
Igor.
because I
Igor
hate
is under the
writing back.
table.
Email?
There's a small dog. When you
Hello, Igor.
Igor, look in the camera.
Look at the camera, Igor.
You're on
Okay,
the
let me
American
ask you,
Picture
do you
Show.
have-
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just
You were so excited.
No, let me tell you. I was turning left, and my grandson was with me, and we both looked, there was no car. Then this one came so fast, so I just pulled, over so I would not hit the passenger chair. When I pulled over, that's when I hurt myself, because there was a little child in the front.
this is more my father and I'm more Caroline.
You look,
And
you
we were always fighting.
Wat moet ik hier doen?
Nou, dat is ruitig, hè? Zeg maar even gezegd. Nee.
You want a copy? Sure, take it. Sure. There you go.
And now we're getting ready to go to the North Sea. Right?
Is Lydia already there?
No, no,
Not yet.
not yet.
What any problem?
Well, I think that she had to work until 4 o'clock
Oh yeah.
at the church,
Oh, that was the.
and she was going to try to leave early.
Yeah, I think that was the.
That's where we are. Yeah.
It looks like he has his hands in his pocket, and he's walking very slowly.
The tide is out now, and I think it's coming in.
Look at this. Hello. See that? Take a picture of her. We take a picture of you.
Hilda.
Okay, thank you. Danke.
Where is he? Is he out there?
He's walking out. See him walking out? Back.
Oh, I see.
Now he's forward. Oh, I'm freezing. I'm going back in again. Catholic? You Catholic? So you know Saint Anthony?
Yeah.
He's the saint who finds lost things.
I know.
So I prayed, all my life.
Vraag maar aan die meneer. Die meneer, ja.
Ja, die zijn aan het spelen volgens mij.
Met die fikken.
Jelle, die is de grote animator.
Well, we're ordering dinner. And I thought I'd get a picture of all the confusion going on here. We're looking at pictures at the same time.
I'm Batse. I'm the oldest son of Rita Reitinga.
Oh, I forgot you. Who are you?
Who, me?
Yes.
Well, I'm Margaret. My relationship to Margaret is I'm Margaret.
Good.
These are all my family.
Okay. Dawa.
Hallo, I'm Douwe.
Dawa's got a mouthful of food right now.
My brother is Watse. And I am the youngest son of Rita. And Rita is the daughter of Jan. Jan is the father of Margaret.
But who are you to me?
And I'm to you your niece.
No.
No?
You are my cousin.
Oh ja, cousin. Een cousin. Cut it out. We'll be back after this.
Okay.
Claire. I'm Douwe's
Son.
wife. And Margaret's cousin. This is my daughter, Evelyn.
Second cousin.
Fieke, wie ben jij? Even in de camera kijken.
Ik ben 5.
En
En ik ben Bibi.
Hard praten.
Okay.
I'm Lida Reitinga. I have a very close email relation to
this is my angel.
Why is she your angel?
Because she's the first person I contacted in Holland with the last name. Say your last name again. Reitinga. And then she right away knew about my aunt because her father had done a book on the family tree. And this is how I got to meet all these wonderful people. So she's very special to me.
the family in Amstelveen.
Yeah, right. I
Okay.
am Jan Pieter in Dutch. I am the father of Lida and I've heard she is an angel. I'm the writer of the book, Reitinga book.
Okay.
Ik ben Ico Stuip. I'm Ico Stuip. I'm the husband of Lida Reitinga. That's all.
Okay.
You're the husband of the angel.
Lida is my mother, and Nico is my father, and that is my little sister.
Very good.
Okay. And can you tell your name too?
I'm Lisette. I'm the daughter of
Lida?
Lida. And I'm 12 years old.
And you've had 1 year of English, and your sister's had none. And look how good she does.
And I'm 9 years.
9. This is the town of Ypres, where Rita lives. Ypres. This is a typical bicycle path in Holland. And going in the other direction from this road. There's a thatched roof. We're on our way back to the the flat. What's the name of the place? Zellenhof? Something like that.
That's the name of the street.
Yeah. Okay, this is the flat, Rosenhof. And Aunt Rita lives right here on the 4th floor. Right there. On the corner. This is the view out of the back from the flat. We're in the town of Hinterloopen.
Where we're staying, it's a written word. The lady says that Napoleon forced everybody to speak French that lived in this town, and so he uses a lot of French words. How's about it? Hello.
Hello.
This is posing for animal crackers in Holland.
There's a lock. That must be the lock keeper's house. Okay, on top of the lock keeper's house, this is what we've got. Fishing. Hello. Well, we're still in Hinterloopen, and that's the church, the main church, which is a Reformed Protestant church. And that's the time. In the morning. Well, it's a little bit overcast. We're up on the berm. There's the North Sea. It's actually not the North Sea, it's an inlet. I forget the name of the inlet. And it's a very large marina. Many sailboats. And modern sailboats. They're all fiberglass. And around, back to where the church we just looked at. And next to the church is the skating museum. This must be an area where they've had some famous skaters. That's ice skating. All the way around like that. And there's Marge with the bad back. And people swimming out in the ocean or the sea. They could walk out all the way. It's shallow water there. All the way like this. And they actually like the Heineken beer here. Everywhere in Holland, Heineken is very popular. Which is good, because that's what I like. I was ready to leave, but I think that Marge is picking up all the trash everywhere. She must be zeroing in on another piece. somewhere. Or maybe she's going to walk home. Oh, there it is, right there. Bend over, get it, watch your back. She made another one. Okay. I guess that's enough of that. Well, there's quite a few boats out there, but it's so overcast. But maybe we can see a few. There's motoring. I think there's a few sailing here someplace. There's one. Some more. That's all I see for now. Well, we were short some money. I only have 150 guilders left. And I think what she did is she has walked over to this area where the people are swimming and stole money out of their purse. And now she's going out on the end and praying for forgiveness. Looks pretty dangerous for someone with a bad back. I think she's stuck. She can't turn around. She's got to go forward. But there's nothing there to go to. Maybe I should rescue her. It's a nice, quiet tourist town. And there's buses, mostly from Holland. Although at the pension we stayed, the lady said they came from all over the world. Let's see, I had been waiting here, I guess a good 25, 30 minutes. Marge has been at the end of this point, sitting, now she's coming back. I'm guessing that she was reflecting on her dad, Jan, who at an early age of around 22 went to New York. I've been told that he was a very free spirit, adventuresome, very smart. And restless. And I'm sure she was reflecting on her dad's traits. He was a sailor. He later moved to Puerto Rico, Aruba, and sometimes later to South Africa, Argentina. So he had done quite a bit in his life. He owned some businesses.
This is the Dutch rendition of Salome. Here's the head of John the Baptist. And it's by Johannes the Doper. That's how it's written. I'm sure it's Hopper.
We're now in the museum, directly across from the lake, or the bay rather. I'm looking at some pottery that might be the same as what we have at our site. Cannonballs. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look very good.
She's going backwards, so that's good. Backwards is safer.
Shackles. We're leaving Hinderlopen, and I thought, well, maybe take a picture of this house. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hazy day, but I thought we would take all three of these windmills. It's very calm. They're barely moving. Surprised they're moving at all. Well, there's the old one. And way over there behind that tree is a new one, but she's not turning. There's a tourist taking pictures of weeds.
I heard what you said.
We're on the dam that's about 30 kilometers long, maybe in the middle of it or just the beginning. And stopping for some lunch. Off the dam is a gas station and this little side road with plenty of tables and so forth. And so we had lunch. And over there I tried to use their telephone so I could call the hotel in Amsterdam. But they said they were sorry. The phone that they're using is from Sweden because they have driven 1,000 kilometers to come somewhere south of Amsterdam to race their racing car, which is in this particular vehicle. It has a racing car plus 2 bunks, and then the other 2 people stay in there. That's how it is. And there's the tourist again. And to take a little picture of something. I don't know what it is, but it must be very important to her. I talked to these people for a while because I wanted to use their phone. And the way they talked, they were fanatical. And I said, I understand, because I have a son-in-law, Brian Dodge, who is crazy. And in fact, they're all crazy.
Met een kort bezoek aan de haven. Before we enter the old city, we will start with a visit to the harbor.
Rechts sehen Sie den Hauptbahnhof. Der größte Bahnhof der Niederlande, der am Ende des 19. Jahrhunderts gebaut wurde.
À droite, vous voyez la Ici était l'arsenal de la marine hollandaise.
Het gebouw is in 1656 en slechts 9 maanden gebouwd. Hij staat op een verdeling van 13.000 houten palen. This building, dating back to 1656, was built in only 9 months.
1656, en 9 mois seulement, se trouve sur une fondation de 13 000 pilotes en bois.
Het Scheepvaartmuseum is ook de thuishaven van het bekende VOC-schip de Amsterdam. Het is een getrouwe kopie van een 18e eeuws koopvaardijschip en is toegankelijk voor het publiek. The Maritime Museum is also home port to the well-known sailing
Schiffes aus dem 18. Jahrhundert.
Le musée de la marine est aussi le port d'attache du notoire navire VOC de Amsterdam.
Unemployment project to get work experience and it took 6 years to complete.
Der Bau war ein Arbeitserfahrungsprojekt und es
aber der sieht ja aus wie Schrott.
And the wind's not coming this way.
Rechts passeren we zo het Joods Historisch Museum. Het museumcomplex bestaat uit 4 synagogen, die gebouwd zijn in de 17e en 18e eeuw. On the right you can see the Jewish Historical Museum. This museum complex
Bougeons maintenant
We're
vers
now on
le
the
boulevard
Amstel
River.
River.
Vous voir à gauche le pont le plus célèbre de la ville, le pont Nègre, construit au XVIIe siècle.
De brug werd door de oorlog met blank
Under a little bridge here.
of the 3 17th century main canals.
Wir fahren jetzt in den ältesten Teil der Stadt über die Herrengracht, die schönste der 3 Hauptgrachten.
Maintenant, nous naviguons sur les canaux des Saignées.
Laws. Taxes were paid according to the total frontage of the building.
Ihnen ist sicherlich schon aufgefallen, dass
An exquisite example of Dutch Renaissance architecture.
eines der schönsten Häuser in der Stadt ist das prächtige Bartolotti-Haus, das wir gleich links passieren. Es wurde 1612 gebaut und ist ein prachtvolles Beispiel holländischer Renaissance-Architektur.
L'une des plus belles maisons de la ville est la superbe maison Bartolotti.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some time to spare. We will be right back after the next messages.
Every 45 minutes, you can get on or off at each stop.
Sur votre écran, vous pouvez voir que de nos jours,
Outside of Holland, all the country. No, Holland is Amsterdam. Maar in 7th century, Amsterdam was also. Separado, sometimes.
Netherlands has one of the greatest historical industries of Europe. There are more than 8,000 historic buildings. In addition, there are 160 canals with a total length.
Sultan of Sultan. That was the name of the town, and his name was Sultan.
We're now in the front of the Anne Frank house. And this is the line of people waiting to get in. I assume that that is it. Yesterday afternoon we came to Breda, the town where Marge's grandfather was born. We stayed at the Hotel Kaiser, which is right next door to the archives, and that's where Marge is right now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to stop by and see her, take a look at the town, and then later this afternoon we're leaving to go to the Kopp house and stay with them and meet Klaus and Marga, and a few days there, maybe 2 or 3, and then visit Gerhard and Wolfgang, hopefully, and then lastly to Trudels. Erika is on vacation, and so we're going to miss her, unfortunately. And this is where the archives is located, in this building.
It's between 1870 and 1892 or something.
Okay.
So then when it's right, we find all the children when they're born here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. 19 what?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's 1970 or something like that.
Okay. Nobody born then.
No, but it's the right period to find the children.
Did you know that? They got married, and he wasn't from Breda.
No.
She's from Breda. And
Yeah.
but is this a marriage?
See, this is downstairs. That's all new compact computers. Yes.
What if I walk in?
Discovered. This church was started in 1492. At this point, I've lost Marge. I have no idea where she is. Yeah, we're now in Germany, in Maikammer, and we're celebrating Tandalata's birthday today. Her birthday's tomorrow, but we're celebrating today. That's it.
There is just one other area which is just this walk, that's on Lake Constance, south of Stuttgart.
So then Stuttgart was cold?
Colder than this. It gets very damp there because yes,
It rained all the
because
time.
It is like we call it Kessel in Stuttgart.
like a soup bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to miss dinner. Have a lot of talking doing there. Well, we just finished dinner. I forgot to take pictures before. Getting ready to go to the cups.
Oysters.
I didn't know what it was, but it tasted quite nice. They fried in the pan.
But had you known?
Well, this is the restaurant. We just are leaving. This is some flowers in front of Golden Ox, which I videotaped many times before because this is where my grandfather made the lamps. Okay, ready now? Okay, Uncle Willie? Uncle Willie, sag.
Op zat de namen.
Ja, mein Name ist Willi Kämmerer. Und Peter bin ich verwandt durch seinen Vater. Denn sein Vater war ein Cousin zu mir.
Good, thank
No
you.
translation.
Okay, translation? Okay.
Wie alt das bist?
Suzanne?
This is Opa Willi. He's the cousin from from Pete's father.
And he's now 93 years old.
Okay. Now we go to Klaus.
I'm Klaus Trutzel. I'm Peter's first cousin. My mother is Peter's mother's sister.
Ich bin Lieselotte. Trotzdem, Klaus, Mother's Schwester. Ich bin, ja, und du bist mein Neffe.
Good, thank you.
Soll ich
And-
übersetzen?
No, it's okay.
Okay, gut.
Whoop.
Ich bin Ruprecht Grünenwald. Ich bin der Mann von ihr.
Die Frau.
Yeah.
In zweiter Ehe. Und harmoniere mit meiner Familie prächtig.
Okay, translate that. What did he say?
Well, he said, Rup said that he is Lotte Grünenwald's husband. He is her second husband because our father died in the war, and he said he lives in good harmony with all the family.
That's true, and he also holds hands with a lot of. They walk hand in hand. Now, Marga.
Jetzt kommt die Marga.
My name is Marga Trutzel. My husband, Klaus Trutzel, is Peter's first cousin.
That's close. Thank you. And now we go to.
Ich bin Familie Kämmerer, seine Frau, und bin 82 Jahre alt und bin also verwandt mit Willi Kämmerer, seine Frau bin ich, nicht? Ja.
Right. Yes. Thank you. And she made all this food along with Annelie. Right? Okay. Jetzt.
Erste Mutti.
Mutti.
Ja. Mein Name ist Annelie Kapp, geborene Kämmerer. Ich bin die Tochter von Elisabeth und Willi Kämmerer. Also der Peter ist zu mir ein Nachcousin oder ein Großcousin, so nennt man das in Deutschland.
Translation, yes.
Die Mutter von
Annelie Kapp is a second cousin to Uncle Pete. And I'm Annette Leonard now. I married last week. And I'm her daughter. So I'm a third cousin to Uncle Pete's children.
Very good. That's perfect. And
And I'm another daughter from Annelie Kapp. And I'm also a third cousin from Uncle Pete. And I'm 23 years old. And was noch?
that's it. That's good. And who is this lady here?
This lady.
Oh, ich bin Margaret, oder Marge, and ich bin dein Fiancé. I'll change the
Mhm. How old are you?
And who are you?
Who is Pete? We can't see
I'm
Pete.
me. I'm the cameraman.
And who
I'm
are
the
you
cousin of Klaus. I'm the nephew of Lotte. And I'm the future husband of you if you behave.
Oh no, if I behave, I'm not me then.
And Marge just drank a whole 1/4 liter of wine because Rip forced her to. And now we're going to have some coffee and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Now, I have to declare that today is the day before tomorrow. And tomorrow is your birthday. And she'll be
Morgen hast du Geburtstag.
Ja.
ja.
Geburtstag.
Ja.
And wie alt?
Wie alt?
86.
86 years old. Pretty good shape. You got that, all the Martins? Well, we just finished eating and some picture taking in the vineyard. And Klaus and his mom are going to be leaving.
Tina schon weg? Nee, ik heb een vertraagd niet. Of aan de toch? Nee, ik bin ja. Ich muss mal nicht mehr kommen. Oh, ich komme nicht. Also wir wohnen so. Ach, ich komme aber nicht. Ich habe mal Zeit. Ja, wir kommen jetzt zusammen. Ja. Ach, ich komme mal. Ich komme mal allein.
We have a gift of grapes to Rip from, we have the sun in front of us here.
Sie will die Bärte Kopf abschneiden.
Sie sollen sich auch daher sitzen.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, a picture of a picture. I got the last shot.
Ja? Die Wirtschaft.
Yeah.
Kannst du mich auch?
Ja, mach ich noch. Aber der
Okay, today we're harvesting some grapes, the red grapes, or blue, if you want to call it that. And this particular vineyard is done by hand. So the lady that owns these has some friends that come each year to help harvest. The two people that are working with us today are from Holland. And one of those persons is very close to Ipa. And there's another American supposed to arrive he's now vacationing in Spain, and he should be here shortly. Okay, this is the wagon that we're putting the grapes in, and the lady running it is Rita, and Rita is the place where Hunnery last year came to visit and stayed with her at the guest house. Hello, Rita. Rita was the false beauty queen 25 years ago. So this is what we've done so far today. Here's the back of the tractor. Her grandfather was also killed in a tractor accident. Oh, you look good. Now we're going to learn how to do this by an expert. See? Yeah.
Hierher.
Of course, I've already been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, okay. That's how it's done. It's on.
Yeah.
It's just on.
Yeah.
Now it's on. That's good. Read this. See, I'm going to enter the grapes.
Ja, dan kies nach. Ich lauf nach.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Now you can turn it off.
So, jetzt muss ich mal fahren. Schneide mal, da. Alles machen?
Ja, jetzt. Ja. Das ist an, das rote Licht kommt.
Ja.
Sieht das rote Licht?
Ja.
Da.
Ja.
Und fertig.
Okay.
Oh,
Ah, das ist aber
fun.
schön.
I enjoy doing this. I'm happy to do this. This one's a big one here.
So.
This type of work is a good preparation for your marriage.
Yeah. I can drink this wine, huh?
So, jetzt drückst du wieder drauf, gell?
Okay. Just exactly where we're standing, right there is the Hamburger Schloss. Schloss. Can never say it right. The castle. Just emptied a couple of them. That's my co-worker from Holland. One of the co-workers.
I'm Jan. I come from the Netherlands.
Yep. Where? What town?
In the near from Zwolle.
Zwolle, yeah.
Yeah, you know that?
Epe. Yeah,
Epe. Yeah, that's
Epe.
my village is so about 8 kilometers from Epe.
Yeah, right. There you go. So he came down on his. He works in the army. He's retired from NATO.
And now we are.
And now he's vacationing by cutting grapes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there we have. This is Jan, and what's that name?
Yeah, my name is Jan too.
Oh,
That
yeah,
doesn't mean that
okay.
all Dutch guys are named Jan. I'm coming from the Netherlands as well. Live near Arnhem.
Uh-huh.
I've been working here in Heidelberg for 4 years, and I learned to drink wine, and now I like to help to produce wine.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate that.
You're
The rest
welcome.
of the world appreciates that. And this, and? Yeah.
Ja,
Deine Name?
mein Name ist Augustin Gren.
Ja.
Ich bin der Opa von der Familie.
Oba from Merida? Nee, Antoni. The,
Hallo. Jan?
Yeah?
Der Dolmetscher mal, was er sagt.
Ah, yeah. What do you want to know?
what his relationship is? Is he the
He's
owner of
Marida's
this?
father-in-law.
Rita's father-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Was hat er gesagt? Ah,
Ja.
wer ich bin.
Ja.
gell?
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah.
Ja.
It's surprising how many grapes are in so close together. They taste very good. You can eat these or make wine out of them. Next year they're taking down all these vines and replanting them, and it takes 3 years for the new ones to produce. And when they put the new ones in, they're going to do it so that they don't have to be cut by hand, that they can be cut by machine. Just one more shot of some grapes. Look nice. We had some more people show up from Oregon. It's become more of a social thing, or as much a social thing as working. These are kids playing at school on little tricycles, etc. You would never see that in America because the little kid would get hurt and the parents would own the school. That's the
Park
church.
on it.
Huh?
That's the one that has the rooster on top?
Okay, this is Rathausstrasse, and this has all been renovated. And all the way back down to here, and this is where my great-grandparents lived, the Schlindweins. Okay, this person who's got a lot of money bought these 3 houses and restored them, using them as guest houses. And he's trying to keep Neustadt in the forefront. I'm not positive, but I think this house, number 32, is the home of the great-grandparents. And this has all been restored just last year. I had videos last year from while they were doing it, or when they were doing it.
And now it's a private restaurant.
Private restaurant?
Private restaurant. They have private parties in there.
Oh, okay. It's a private restaurant now. And it was built originally in the year 1700. This is Rittergartenstrasse number 6. This is where my grandparents lived. Jean Krebs and his wife, Barbara. And this is where my mother was born, Olga. And this was the school where Olga Schwenk went, also Annette and Susie. Did you go there too, Annelie?
Nee.
Nee?
Unsere Tante Olga, die hier Mädchenschule.
Earhart's grave. That's a.
One white flower.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, what's the date, Pete?
Today's the 23rd.
The 23rd of September, and we're on our way to Nuremberg in this wonderful train looking at wonderful hills. This is a beautiful country. I like it better than Holland. We met the conductor of the next train, and he is going to let us ride with him in the train from, what's the name of the town?
Würzburg.
Würzburg to Nuremberg. And we're going to get to go first class.
Water.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, I have to get some water.
We are now in Nuremberg. The battery went dead in the train, and so now we're walking through the town. We're getting ready to go to the cemetery. And we stopped here at this well, the Brunnen. And this is the beautiful well. And right on the other side here is the Glockenspiel. It only plays their music and they dance around at 12 o'clock. And it's 2 o'clock now, so we can't do it.
There are also emperors and people like that.
Birds there.
And look, the animal
little
monkeys, they represent different, in China they use
Looking at all the individual things here. And so forth.
And then this is for the people who did not have running water in their home. They could come here and get buckets of water.
And also they had these artists who wanted
They had artists
in
the wishing ring that has no seams, so people touch it and make a wish and they say it comes true. And I just told a secret wish.
This is the entrance to the cemetery where Leslie is buried. This is the grave site. And it's right there, exactly where Leslie was buried.
Now, this is the grave of my firstborn son that we left here in Germany 43, 45 years ago. And we have the chance now to come back, and he's still buried here, even though we didn't pay. He's still here. And so now I buy this whole thing for 10 years, and I'm going to put a monument on it and make this a place of dignity for an American baby that was left here so many years ago. And I'm so grateful that he's still here and that I can make something permanent out of it. I thank God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Thank you, God, for preserving this for me. Thank you for Pete that can make this possible. And this is for my children to see. That's why I wanted this video.
Just behind here, the grave site, is a lark tree. Okay, we have a little squirrel here that seems to be interested. Okay. He's too fast for me, Marge. He's looking at it from the back area. I don't have the right light. Huh?
He was standing right
Yeah.
It was at that
This is
time.
showing the section of the cemetery, which is section 45, and Margaret's pointing out this other grave for obviously a child, 1937 to 1948. And right back here is Leslie's grave, where the yellow flower is located.
Were
Yeah.
occupied until the 80s.
I see.
It was.
This is all
not
the children's
free.
section right here.
This, yeah.
This is a little bird called the black tit,
You see 45? Yes.
English bird.
That's my squirrel.
Took off.
His
This is
family
the area
over there.
again.
Come on, baby, we're
This whole area is very nice.
Come on, baby, come on. Okay. Is it red now?
Yeah, we can see you now.
Can I talk now?
Yep.
Oh, look at my little friend. That's another one. Look how beautiful this is, Pete. It looks like there's diamonds all around the trees on the outline, and it's raining right now. And Pete,
Just like Puerto Rico.
this is the most beautiful cemetery I have ever seen in my life. Look at this, Pete. This also at the entranceway. See how beautiful this is?
Mm-hmm.
And take a picture of her. Take a picture of Margot. See,
Yeah.
see the little squirrel around Margot? See that? That's the little squirrel that was chasing us, I think. He's looking for something to eat.
Okay, this is the plat.
And this is 44, this is 46, and 45 is where Leslie is.
Okay, and then this little spot that we're standing right now is that little place right there. So there's 44, 46.
44, 46, this is 45.
Okay. We're just walking by the gravesite. It's right there, but the sun is in the wrong direction.
The great.
Everything you're doing is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
But you know it's not as nice as this.
We have other ones.
This is the exact spot where it shows Leslie. Was that the 4th of March? When did he die?
The 2nd he died, but he was buried on the 4th.
Of what?
Of March.
Okay.
Bis halt diese Reihe aufgelöst worden ist. Jetzt haben wir das so gemacht.
This is section 44 and 45, and then Leslie is right by 6.
And this is now. And here's the other one for back then. This was in the original place. The original plat.
It was original. It's the same place, but they replatted it somewhat. I don't know exactly where that fits in here, but there's no section 45. This is the entrance to the cemetery, and that says Der Staub zum Stauber. That's from dust to dust, and Der Geist zu Gott, the spirit to God. Dust to dust, spirit to God. So we're getting ready to leave on the train here. And then, hello, Marge. Take a look, Marge.
Hello.
And there's my cousin Klaus again.
And Margot.
Margot.
Yeah. Dieter, what,
I
what,
don't like it.
what is this wall here?
This is, well, probably the American town wall, but
But why do they have a wall?
well, just to, you mean why the town has a wall?
Yeah, why do they have
well,
that?
to defend the town against the enemy.
Okay, and who is the enemy?
There were robbers at that time, and very often some counts or dukes had their private wars
Oh, okay.
against the town.
And what about that? And they look out from up there to see if the enemy's coming? Well, this is good. Yeah, that round thing?
We're in Hummelberg now, obviously. This is Andreas's house. He is, what's the term? For repairing, no. Oh, I can't think of the word for making the dress fit Marge. Altering the dress. Okay, now we're at Andreas's house. We're going to look at this system for using rainwater for washing and for the toilets and so forth.
The water comes from the roof, comes together in this pipe, and gets filtered in here. You take off.
Filtered in there.
Filtered, yeah. Take off the main dirt, and then it runs into the tank.
Where it gets stored?
Where it gets stored, and by a pump.
A pump?
A pump, electric pump. It gets into the house where it's
Distributed.
Separated?
Yeah. This is the view from the port.
And two washing machines.
That's the distribution of all the rainwater.
Yeah.
And down here is the
and this is a filter for the rainwater.
Oh yeah. It's, another filter.
This is a filter only
Final
for the
filter.
yeah, for the rainwater.
Okay. And I'm going to point out down here just how thick the floor is. It's 12 centimeters thick. It starts off with some insulating cloth, and then this stone, and on top of that, this here, which is about 2 inches thick. That's big. Say it again.
This is the house wirtschafts around.
Okay. It's electrical panel.
With the electricity.
And we're going to have rainwater. There's going to be a slop basin there, and we have all the plumbing for, I don't know, those are lights there. Where's the washing machine? Oh, the washing machine's upstairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you enter there from the back.
Yeah, this is the end for the upper area.
Right. The family room, quite large, and this is the front window to the family room. And this goes into the kitchen area. The dinette. Yeah, I'm coming.
The floor is built here.
Here.
Under there, there's the beam. Then come two pieces of wood with the stones in it, and this is a paper to keep the stones from falling out. And these are the wood pieces you see on top.
Right.
And this gonna be this kind of floor that comes on it, where you walk on. The whole thing. This floor.
This is a view from the upper deck. We're at the Hamburger Castle. Hammelbirche. Okay, we're just leaving the, okay, turn around, Marge.
We're leaving
Okay,
the
good.
castle.
And what castle is this?
Oh, where my ancestors lived. This belonged to them, the whole thing.
Is that right?
Yes. And my aunt is a very aristocratic person, lived in here, and she was very naughty.
And that's the... Okay, we're at the castle and we're looking at this apartment building, and Trudel and Dita live just behind it. We can't see the house.